What's up, guys? Darkside Spencer here, and this is the first time I think in a little bit where I've made a video where I was out of character and not making a video for a series called The Purity Project. Um, well, how do I even go about this video? The first thing I'm gonna say is this is a message to YouTube, and that I apologize for any of the language that comes after this, or any of the aggression. You know what I mean? Like, it's. Let me just explain. Alright, so me and my friend Sean have been making a series called The Purity Project. And basically, it is a series about a friend who has DID, dissociative personality disorder. And his best friend is actually a psychopath. And you can't have a psychopath without murderous tendencies, aggression, anything to do with the psyche. You can't really. It's more about being out of character. It's more about the dynamic of trying to have a normal life and also having to deal with mental disabilities. And the series has a scene where my character has a moment of realization that he will never be the same person again in the near future, and that he will be taken over by his alternate personalities called Darkside Spencer and the Pillow Man. And so pretty much what ends up happening is he calls Sean outside of his house to kill him, essentially, to murder him in order to save his family, who turns out wasn't in any harm. Like, to kill to kill Spencer and to save his own family. Sean, to have Sean save his own family, who wasn't in any danger, and you see that in the series. That was actually just nothing. It was just a hoax type deal. And so, there's a particular scene where Sean kills the wrong person, and it is set up just like it is in the actual series, and like where I personally have a scene that I directed called the pull scene. And this scene is very, very controversial when it comes to fans of the series, because it is kind of a climax of the whole thing, of the whole story itself, where you see the personalities are taking over, and everything just comes to a close in that video. And having it set up that way is a very passionate series. Like, I spent so much time conversing with Sean, family members, stuff like that, and I read the guidelines over and over again, making sure that we can do the scene that we were going to do. And that scene was where he kills the wrong person, Sean does, and he basically takes God, what's it called? It's like a package opener. It's like a really sharp, knife, like a razor knife. And basically it's like a box cutter. There you go. It's called a box cutter. And Sean kills and stabs repeatedly, pretty brutally, my brother, which is fake. It is not real. And there were several times in the series where we were kind of tempted to not put a video out because we felt it was going to be a little bit too brutal, and we did it anyways. But the thing that stands it off is that this scene appears real, because it looks like it's quiet, and there's nothing but raw sound of grunting blood hitting the ground, hitting water, and there's just the visuals mixed in with the audio. It makes it seem a little bit too real. And I'm here to tell you that this series documents what it's like to have mental disabilities. You never have one thing be certain, because 1 second you believe something else, 1 second you believe this. There's constant story changes. And in this scene, it is final. It is a final scene. A character gets killed. And that is final. That is something that cannot come back. And in Control, there is a scene where we go back to that scene. And before you guys go any further, this is a spoiler talk. Because I do not want you guys to watch Control, because Control will come out whether YouTube likes it or not. It will come out. Viewers need to see this episode. It is a beautiful episode, and it is probably one of the best episodes I think I've ever directed, with the help of my friend Sean Talent. It's one of the better episodes that I've ever seen of any television show. And that's just not me being biased. I sat down and watched it 4 times last night after I got done editing it, and I really loved the video. You know what I mean? I really loved the video. And the episode itself is just mind-blowing, and it adds an element that will come to play in the series at the end of the series, or come to play in the story at the end of the series. It is possibly the biggest cliffhanger that, in the pool scene where he kills my brother, where we re-filmed most of it without my brother. It's more after the fact. Like, this is after he drug his body off with the blood and, all over the place. This is more of after the fact. This is just what happens, about, before he cleaned up all the blood. And showing his remorse, his regret, the emotional side of Sean that we've never really seen before. And that part of the story is crucial, because we still have the dynamic and element that one of these days Spencer will be told the truth. What that truth may be, who knows? But this video was telling the truth to the audience that this is what happened. And this is what it's like. This is really vivid and brutal. And yes, I know, it may break a few rules. But I am telling you right now, there are worse videos out on YouTube right now that have beheadings, stabbings of animals, stuff like that that's actually real. But they want to send a... or actually, let me rephrase that. There was a person who felt like this was misleading, according to the report that YouTube sent me. Someone made a report saying that this video Control trailer, this is the trailer, not the actual video. The trailer was misleading, and I don't know why they thought that, because the scenes are going to be in the episode and what the context... This is what they said. It's misleading because of the context and that there isn't any. The point of it is to be shocking. And they said that it's wrong to do that. How do you expect people to create series or anything serious in serious entertainment on your platform if you remove the whole suspense and the emotional power, a 30-second silent clip with blood that most people that, get pretty squeamish. There's no guts or anything like that. It's literally just blood on my hand and blood on the ground on my cement. And that's all it is. And people thought it was or not people, but the person that reported it said it was misleading. Well, I would like to meet this person and ask them what is misleading about it, because it plays very well in the story, and this episode actually makes more sense than the rest of the series. um, and the trailer, it really shows the serious side that this episode is going to bring on. It is not misleading at all. This series builds up to each episode. Like, the trailers, they are literally the series. Like, the tone and the message. And, it's entertainment, It's literally on live entertainment. And once I press upload on that video, I got a lot of people saying that they can't wait for this episode to come out. There's one comment, I think, from my friend Combo. He said, and the story goes on, You're a little bit late there, buddy, but I'm glad you're finally catching in, because these last few episodes have been phenomenal. And I need control to not be flagged. And if it does get flagged, it is going right back up. It is part of the series, and if this story doesn't get told, I may leave YouTube. And I may not create any more videos for it, because it is ridiculous, and it has every episode that I've ever done for the series. And it's the whole thing I'm trying to get to is that this episode is important to the story. And to show the brutality, and I know people could say to cut back on the violence. We are cutting back. There's a lot less violence now, if you've noticed in recent episodes. It's just you really need to show the seriousness that, that a creator can bring. And if I can't show bodily liquids in a video, there is no gore. It's just, there is a violent scene, but it isn't really that gory. It's more of just liquid. It's liquid. If you classify blood as gore, then I don't know what else to tell you. When I think of gore, I think of guts, and I'll actually go ahead and look up the definition. Alright, so this kind of proves YouTube's point. Gore is basically when there's blood shed. Well, here's how I combat it. Every YouTube video out there that is a suspenseful drama has blood. Anything that has realism applied to it has blood. If there's a scene, with a there's one video, because this is a series, right? So I'm going to apply it to entertainment. If you've ever seen the TV show American Horror Story, there is a scene where people are getting shot up in a school, and it's the very first season, and it is very brutal, and you obviously know it is entertainment. If people from YouTube watched my videos, and I'm not saying they ever will, because that is literally that's a stretch beyond anything that this world has. But if you watched my videos for 1 second, you would realize that this is a video, and it's a series, and it's actually entertainment. Because if you realize, in the video I have title slides, which obviously implies, and there's a title of the series in there, The Purity Project Part 2, which I put in the appeal, and I hope they read, because it is a series, and it is in there that it is a series. Or it's actually, an installment of The Purity Project Part 2. You know what I mean? I've been going on for a little bit too long, but this is in defense of my video. YouTube, you need to pull it together. Alright? There's too many other videos out there. You don't need to be worrying about my little fake series that I do because I like doing it, and I want to tell this story, I want to be able to tell the story without thinking, oh God, YouTube's gonna, take down my channel when I've been on this platform for almost, I think it's about 8 years. And you can actually track that back to iCarlyFan33, my old channel, my very first YouTube channel. And you can see that is me. That is me in those videos. That is me as a really young dude, really young child. Actually, I was around 10 or 11, and now I'm about to turn 18 this year. And this channel was made on December 9th, 2014. So this is already 4 years old almost. Well, it's 3, but after this year, it'll be 4. You guys need to grow up, just because we have a little bit of, gore in the videos doesn't mean that the videos are out of context. They're absolutely entertainment, and you could tell by the damn video. I do not give a shit what you have to say to that. You can see in the video that it is entertainment. It may look real, but it isn't. And there wasn't any bloodsheds in the video, so you have no grounds to say that, it was too violent when it isn't violent. It's literally just blood on the ground. And there's way worse videos out there on your website here. And I don't know what you think you're trying to achieve hitting on the little guy, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. But if you really want me to stop using this platform, take down my channel. You'll never see me on this website again. And if I do make it big, which I think I will, not on here, but in the real world where I direct real films and either TV series, write TV series, anything of that nature, I will say no YouTube. We are not going on YouTube. They are pretty garbage. If they decide to not to accept my appeal and put the video back up there. You'll never see me on this website again. So help me God. You guys deserve to see something that's coming up. And also, one fact I need to include, those clips that you saw in the trailer, those are in the episode. They are. And you can see, and it's a heavily edited episode, so it's very, very edited. So you can tell it's fake. Just from the start of it, So, to YouTube, get your shit together, Stop being all robotic and, stop being so fake, Get your shit together. Review my videos. Tell me that you're in the right, because technically I'm producing an entertainment show, a TV show, and that's for entertainment. So don't tell me that I can't create a fucking show that, I'm trying to build my channel on your website, and you're just shitting, in my eggs, shitting in my breakfast. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys are having a good day, but I've had a pretty shitty day, and if I lose my channel, you guys know what happened. I love you guys to death. Here's to keep on making badass episodes. Control will come out tomorrow. You guys have a good day.